Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Chris Hawkes, and this is your Best Life Defined. How you doing today? I'll say it. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing better today than you were yesterday. I am. Woke up this morning kind of excited about what I have going on. I'm kind of, getting into this thing. It's actually getting easier for me. I'm working on the second draft of my book. It's not the book on this podcast. It's a book about RV safety and RV life. We've been on the road for like 4 years now, and there's a lot of things I've learned that I had to learn on my own. There were a lot of things that Sandy and I, a lot of questions we had about RVing and living full-time in an RV. And I thought, you know what? Along with the issue of safety, there's fear around the idea of traveling and changing your life and doing what you do that's different than the people around you, right? It's just scary. And I addressed that. I addressed personal safety because I was a cop. I worked at the federal prison. I was a self-defense instructor for years. And I taught tactical awareness instructor for the sheriff's department. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to throw some shit out there. I'm going to throw something out there. So the book on RV safety, and I haven't named it yet. I'm hoping it'll be done by the end of this year. I'm thinking it will. I want to get it published and get it out there. People think I'm crazy about that. I mean, what do you know about a book? What do you know about writing a book or doing any of that crap you're doing, right? I like that. I love that you're doing it and I don't have the balls to resentment. That's where people look at you and they'll criticize you behind your back because of the effort you put in every day. I can just hear it. I can imagine there are people who I've posted this to social media, to Facebook on occasion. I don't really push it because I figure, you know what, there's enough people out there and I got enough podcasts out there that eventually someone's going to pick up on it. So I'm just riding my time, because when I'm actually discovered, when people actually realize this isn't a bullshit podcast, it's going to roll. But there are people who look at it and they're like, he's crazy. That's nuts. What's he want? Oh, that's stupid. What's he doing now? I don't want to listen to his ass. Of course you don't want to listen to my ass, because it's not like you. You want to listen to people make you feel good, and the way you feel good is to look at your life and be told how great it is, to have people flag you down and say, hey, nice truck, I love your truck. You're like, yeah. That's the cool part about social media. And you notice I haven't been on social media. It's because I haven't found a use for it yet. I'm not actually hating on social media, except for the fact, for me, it takes too damn much time for me to spend throwing words and ideas into a river of information that disappears to somewhere. Information about me that the network of Facebook gets to collect and decipher and sell and analyze. Haven't found any other use for it. Not hating on you. I'm not crazy because of that. I mean, I don't know. There's been stories in history that I've heard, and I'm not going to cite any particulars, but there have been stories about people who are extremely smart and how they'll have all the same clothes in their closet so they don't have to waste bandwidth thinking about what they're going to wear for the day. Huh. All right, that's kind of on the same line. I don't think that if it doesn't add value, if I think if it doesn't add value to my life, I'm not going to do it. What about you? Imagine if you had all that time in the last year that you spent staring at that screen, taking in information that doesn't mean shit to anybody. Certainly doesn't make your life better. I mean, I'm kind of pissed off. I was working real hard there for a while on social media. I got I got 10,000 likes. Went to cash them in. There's no place you can cash likes in. You can't cash them in at the like store. Like Facebook doesn't give you, unless of course you make like millions of likes and you have millions of followers, and then they give you pennies while they make millions of dollars on advertisers. They give you a little pittance. Here's a few dimes for you. I'm going to charge this guy. Let's see, I'll charge him making on average $1 million a second on advertising. Thanks. Here's a penny for you. Sorry, not for me. I'll do my thing. This is my platform right here. I'm digging it, right? I'm not crazy for that. I'm just realistic. I've always said, I don't take a lot of information in that doesn't pertain to my goal. Like right now, I'm kind of struggling with it, and some people say, well, do it. But I'm kind of struggling with the idea of playing video games because I suck at them, but it's kind of a mindless thing I do that I actually really enjoy. And I'm not judging, not throwing shit out there at anyone who plays video games. That's your thing. My nephew, Kyle Dykstra, hey, what's up, Kyle? He does video games. Badass at it, into it 110%. That's his thing. He's living his best life. I say go for it if that's your thing, right? It's just not mine. My thing is I've got a couple set goals. It's to get this podcast done and up to a standard where people can appreciate the effort I'm putting in. And the other thing is I've got to get these books done. I've got one in the works. I got two in the works. One's almost done. I want to see what happens with it. I want to see why it is that certain people who do what I'm doing, who follow this path, achieve success. You talk about predicting the future. Let's just take a look. Here's an odd one for you. So I've mentioned that if you want to know what your future looks like, take a look at someone who's 20 years older than you, who's lived a parallel life as you. In other words, they've made a lot of the same choices. Maybe not exactly, but their life, the actions they take in their life every day are similar to yours. Look at those people and see what happens. See where they end up, right? Now, if I applied that same idea to myself, think about what happens to people who step out on a limb. They show up every day. They work hard at doing things that other people aren't committed to doing, that other people, for whatever reason, will not attempt. Well, people who do podcasts every day and write books tend to have more money than people who don't. People who write books and who have podcasts tend to have more influence than people who don't. This is how it started for tons of people. Why wouldn't it happen for me? There's not anybody I don't think that's working harder at it than me. I mean, I don't know, 180, 190 podcasts in 190 days. It's not a bad record, and to include almost the same amount of videos. Now, I've screwed up on videos. Don't hold me accountable for that. Yeah, I screwed up on videos, but I get that podcast done. You know why? Because I believe that by taking this action, and I work on that book because taking that action and looking at what people who've done that for 20 years older than me who've done the same thing, it's immense success. I wake up every day and I think, okay, what can I tell you that's going to change your life? What can I tell you that will inspire you and get you excited about something in your life to such a degree that you say, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's my goal. Give and you get, right? I've heard it over and over again by the most successful people in the world. The more you give, the more you get. I'm just giving. I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm scanning the horizon. I'm like, whoa, where's it coming? Where's it coming? Where's it going to come from? I told you the story of why I work out is because I don't want to show up on stage at Oprah or Ellen DeGeneres' show or anyone's show or anyone's podcast and them look at me and go, wow, you look a lot different in person. You're kind of dumpy. Make me wear a stuffed suit so I look a little more in shape because they figured that someone who would do a podcast like this would actually take care of himself physically. So I work out because I know the call's coming. I'm looking for it. The call's coming, right? I'm not crazy. It's not crazy for you to want to wake up and do things that inspire you. It's not crazy for you to spend time in your head asking yourself questions and being honest about the answer to things like, why in the hell did you buy that big-ass house when you don't love any of the things it requires you to do? And that's the truth. That's the reality. I don't know anyone. I know very few people. If you're 80 years old and you're retired, yard work might be your thing. You might be out there with tweezers pulling weeds. But it's partly because of the scope of access you have. At 80 years old, we aren't water skiing. We aren't climbing Mount Everest. We aren't mountain biking anymore. But you're 35 years old, there you are, wake up every day before the sun comes up, don't get to bed till long after it goes down, drinking too much. Every minute is some sort of work, some sort of effort, and not too much of it is worth a crap when it comes to inspiration. Tell me, oh yeah, you were inspired for the first month or so, and I guess every once in a while when you mow that lawn, everything's looking good, you sit back and go, yeah, I got a life, check it out. The question is it because it actually inspires you, or is it because you're thinking about what other people think of you? What other people view, how other people view you on this ladder of success? Screw that, buddy. Screw that. I live in a trailer house. I'm good with that. I live in a trailer house and I pull it around the country with a truck, right? And the reason I do it is because when I get to where I'm going, it's better than where I've been. It's because I'm free to see and do all kinds of things that staying in one place will never allow me to do. I mean, think about the logic of it. Do you know how much it costs to rent a room? A hotel room is $100 or more, $130, $150, $180 a night. Not my bed, not my sink, not my toilet, don't have a kitchen, don't have my own TV, don't have internet, don't have my own couch, don't have pots and pans, don't have a refrigerator. I'm not crazy for picking a way to travel around the country and launch my life where every night when I come home, it's my bed, my stuff, my home. I'm not crazy. What will you do 5 days a week? Take a look at the next 5 days. What things will you do that inspire you, that energize you? I can do anything. Hell, we're going to go do something tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're trying to make a plan since we're back in Colorado. Go do some stuff we haven't done. Maybe I'll take my bike up. If the snow melts, I'll take my bike up and I'll do some mountain biking. Or maybe we'll go snowshoeing. That's on the agenda. What will you do? Fix the car? Fix the doorknob in the bathroom? Vacuum the basement? Got leaves to rake up? Garage needs organized? Got those boxes and boxes and boxes of crap that you just had to have, that you worked your ass off to earn the money to buy, that you didn't need? I got this debate going. Hey, here's a story for you. I got this debate going right now with my wife. It's my birthday, and we're trying to figure out what I want for my birthday. And I say we, because when I think about it, the issue I have is that we only have so much space. So we're here rolling down on this idea of maybe getting us one of those Ninja Foodies, or we need a better oven than what we have in the RV. I got to tell you, the RV ovens suck. We have a convection oven that works pretty good, but I think we need a new oven. But the problem we have is that we can't pull the trigger on it. It's because we're trying to make sure that everything we're doing, everything we have in our life is something we need. I don't want to have an oven I'm not going to use. I don't want to have an oven I'm discontent with. That's ridiculous. I never did that when I had a sticks and bricks, when I didn't have the foundation, when I hadn't been able to experience the life I'm living now. I wasn't able to do that. If I wanted something, I'd go get it because I had plenty of room to put it. And if I didn't need it, I'd just throw it in a box in the garage. It'd be fine. That's why you got that collection you got. That's why we all become collectors. Like, well, we got enough room now. Let's go ahead and load it up with crap we don't need. I'm not crazy. You know how many garages I've cleaned out since I hit the road? You know how many lawns I've mowed since I hit the road? Think about it. Come on. You can do better. I know you can. I know you can do better. I know you can. You will wake up, if you just choose to, you can wake up to a bunch more stuff that inspires you. Even if it starts with something as simple as walking with your partner every night for an hour and having a conversation about what direction you can take your life. And don't let me hear you crying about COVID-19 and this and that and woo-woo, because the reality is everyone in the world is in the same boat right now. And some people, just like you, are picking it up and saying, okay, this is where we're going. Let's have this conversation today. I guarantee it will change your life. I guarantee once you start down that path, you will never stop. So keep that in mind. I keep showing up every day. I hope you will too. Just work it from a platform of kindness, man. Just try and be as kind as you can and keep your opinions yourself. There's no reason in you arguing about who's the best for president. Just cast that vote and live your life. Until next time, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.